And I'm Sophie. And we're two in the box.
Welcome to another episode of the pod. Before we get into the weekend's results and the upcoming fixtures, let's see how we're getting on with the table.
Yeah, so from game week 1, we were on 6 points for me, 8 points for Corey. It is now 15 points to Corey and 10 points to me.
Yeah, I got lucky. I think my 3-1 Chelsea-Aston Villa prediction somehow came in.
Which got you bonus points.
Yeah, got me
which
bonus
we're going
points.
to talk about in a minute, because Corey found me ever so funny when I went for the rogue Man United 4-0 to get bonus points.
Yeah.
And they surpassed that, meaning that my ambitious shot at getting bonus points actually wasn't that ambitious anyway.
No, it wasn't ambitious enough.
But I missed out on bonus points again.
Yeah, you did. They held that scoreline, and then a couple of not last minute, but a couple of goals in the second half.
Yeah.
They got to the 4-0 scoreline too quick for you to hold out. But,
they did.
I mean, I don't know. I got lucky with the 3-1, I think.
I think so.
And the rest of the results kind of went similar ways, but a couple were complete shocks to us, the Liverpool win and the Spurs win. So we both missed out on points there.
Yeah,
so
we did.
I've got a feeling you're going to be very ambitious this game week and try and go for some big score lines to catch up.
Yeah, well, I went for a lot of 2-0s, and I think I've noticed I go for a lot of one team keeping a clean sheet. And so far that hasn't really been the case.
No.
So maybe I need to switch up that, because I'm not doing very well at that's not happening.
It's hard, because I think both of the Arsenal games should have been clean sheets, and they let in a penalty the first game.
Well, there's been 4 penalties over the course of the 2 weeks, which it feels like quite a lot. Obviously, you expect them and they're going to happen here and there, but feels like quite a lot of penalties, especially in games where that team wouldn't have scored if it wasn't for the penalty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously that's
something
ruined a few of them. Yeah.
Something to keep in mind going into the predictions. So yeah, I mean, that will be a little bit further on in the pod, so in the episode. So feel free to jump ahead. But before we do that, we'll just go through and run through some of the action at the weekend's fixtures.
Yeah, game week 2 highlights. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Man United's season in general, obviously for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, they've kicked off
very strong.
Kicked off like with a flyer, really, let's be honest.
Yeah.
They've scored, I want to say they've scored the same amount of goals as Arsenal.
Yeah.
9 goals from the opening 2 games. And conceded less. I mean, their defence, they had a great defence last season, second only to Chelsea in terms of goals conceded. And they've started the same way. They're doing quite well defensively too. But they have come up against Leicester was one, and now this London City Lioness team, which we all know is still trying to gel. So I don't know how much we can read into it, but they've started strong, scored as much as Arsenal, who want to go for the title. Could they be title contenders? Is that a bit out there?
I think it is a bit out there.
Okay.
I think it's unlikely. I think it, in my eyes, strengthens the competition between what 3rd and 4th place might look like. I think for a lot of people, in terms of like professional pundits and commentators, everything I've seen is all top 3 is all Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City in alternative routes.
Yeah, of course. There could always be a shock to that, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that Man United might now be showing that they could be within that. Title, I think, is a stretch, but within the top 3, I can see it.
Yeah, no, I can see it. Malard started fantastic. Their problem is going to be squad depth, right? Like they've got enough going forward. I think they've got Jess Park, started great goal. Turlin was on the bench in that game. They've got options up front, but they might struggle for the rest of their squad depth, where the likes of Chelsea and the likes of Arsenal are just not going to have that issue.
No, definitely not. And I think that's something that was spoken about with Millie Turner's potential injury, now obviously, as you said, isn't as serious as they had maybe thought.
Yeah.
Other people question whether they had the depth in their squad.
Yeah,
and I think the overall feeling was no, not really.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting to see how that pans out. Obviously, it's a long season. Anything can happen. But yeah, Melvine Malard has kicked it off great. 4 goals over 2 games. Obviously, they have had, like you said, 2 fairly easy games. But that doesn't mean anything. Easy games aren't always easy.
No, you got to win it. Just because it's easy on paper doesn't mean it's going to be easy to get the actual points.
No,
and
of course
physically
not.
Get the points on the board. So yeah, they started well, and that's as much as you can hope from them. I think
definitely.
Russo for you. Talking about strikers, Malard for Man United. Russo for you has done really great this past weekend. 2 goals and an assist against West Ham.
Yeah.
She was on fire.
Yeah, definitely. I think she has, started really well this season. Obviously, one of those was a penalty. But it's nice that she's a penalty taker.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we've had a strong start to the season again. London City not being the hardest of games. And then I actually think the West Ham game was a shock to me. I didn't see us getting as many goals as we did.
I think they fell apart. I think
so.
I think West Ham fell apart rather than like you guys were just. I mean, you were very dominant, but they were more in it than the scoreline suggests.
They started well.
Yeah,
I think they started well, and it kind of just once we got 2 or 3 in, it kind of just went a bit downhill for them, and like you said, it all fell apart. But yeah, I'm shocked how well we did with that. I also saw something, just while we're on the topic of conversation of Arsenal, that Beth Mead is currently the only WSL player to get over 50 assists.
Oh, wow.
And she's got 3 over the last 2 WSL games. And given that she didn't start in the London City game, came on and got 2 assists, did start in the West Ham game, but came off 60th minute and got an assist. I think that's a pretty good stat.
Yeah, we all know the quality of Beth Mead, but we also, we just know that squad depth up front for Arsenal means that she's going to be rotated a lot this season.
Of course.
So that's impressive on her standards. But I think your main striker, despite, the big signing in Olivia Smith, is Russo. Russo is just, like
absolutely,
I say, electric.
But Beth Mead comes on as a winger, not a striker.
Yeah, I know. But in that forward line, I think when we think about forward lines and the power that the WSL teams have, Russo is that for you. For
100%.
Team, and is showing her worth. Like, is just incredible form.
Definitely.
So yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on. Along with Russo, again, like I said, the theme this weekend seems to be strikers. Is Sam Kerr getting her 100th goal for Chelsea? That was a pretty wow. It's just like one of those stories that seemed destined to be made. Don't even know how many days out of football, and she's
I think it was like 634 or something.
Yeah,
along
ridiculous.
Those lines.
Comes on off the bench and gets us a goal. And really, when we talk about the Arsenal game, a scoreline that didn't reflect the game, Chelsea's result didn't reflect that game.
No,
either.
And whilst wonderful that she's got 100 goals and made a comeback, it was a scrappy goal.
It was a scrappy goal, but she'll take it. I mean,
I'd take it.
Yeah, I'd take it. Like it's this 100th goal. It's nothing to remember for the actual goal, but it's for the momentum, the moment, the fact that she's been out for so long, terrible injury,
and on her comeback day as well. Like that's a magical moment.
It is a magical moment.
Like your first day back after that many days out and the injury and everything else, to come back and to score, no matter how scrappy it is.
No, exactly.
It's a magical moment. But yeah, exciting to see what she's going to do. Obviously, she didn't play in the first week, the opening week.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that she is back. She's match fit. She's ready to go.
Yeah, I think it's going to probably get some time for that fitness. She missed a chance. I think there's things that probably she's lacking in her game, just that sharpness. But that's understandable completely. So, and there's still, Aggie scored again this weekend. She's got to try and put about in Sonia Bonpastor's mind that she wants to be leading that line again. It's not going to be an easy ride for Sam Kerr to just jump back straight into that squad.
No,
right in that starting lineup. Sorry, so the goal on a comeback would help, but yeah, there's a long way to go. I should just touch though. Aston Villa were quite impressive that first half, right? Like
I think so. I think like Ebony Salmon
Yeah, beautiful goal.
She personally, and we spoke about this in terms of player of the match or man of the match, never goes to the losing team unless it's a goalkeeper who's made like an outrageous save or something like that. But for me, she was the player of the match.
She was, yeah.
Because she was everywhere.
I think because of the first half, I think because it dipped away in the second half. But it says everything. The actual player of the match was Hannah Hampton, and that just recognises how under the cosh Chelsea were.
Absolutely. She was being peppered for the whole of the first half.
Literally. So, that scoreline suggests that Chelsea ran away with it, but that could have been the opposite to Aston Villa in the first half. I was worried. We really had to change it. And that's the beauty of the squad depth that we're talking about with Man United, is that we have that at Chelsea.
Yeah.
We brought on 3 players. I think it was like 3 players from half time. I think Sonia Pastor switched it up straight away. Yeah. And it proved dividends. It like completely changed the game, and we walked away with the 3 points. Luckily, but it was not easy, and I think
it was not an easy game. And I think given the season that they had last year, and then they struggled to score in game week 1.
Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like given that, they put up a fight.
They did.
An absolute battle.
They really did.
Obviously it was the Daily Brightness
derby.
Yeah, that's it. Which was always nice to see. Yeah, I rated Aston Villa in that game.
They played really well. They did really well. Really fought hard. Had, like I said, there were moments we could have definitely conceded if it weren't for Hampton. So
100%. Yeah, I mean she's a world-class goalkeeper, and really I think if it wasn't her, or if she was having an off day, I think Aston Villa would have buried a couple of those goals.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because like I said, Ebony Salmon was everywhere. She was outrunning Millie Bright on many an occasion.
Yeah, well, our defence was just up against it. We were Ellie Carpenter, for how great she was in the first game against Man City, was a bit poor in the first half for us, and we made silly losses of possession in the middle of the pitch. It affected us really badly. It felt like Aston Villa were winning those balls and just turning on our defence.
Yeah.
And with the pace that they have in attack, they were really punishing us down the wing. In those gaps that the likes of Ellie Carpenter was leaving, it's like they watched that Man City game and knew she would leave all that space.
Yeah.
And then just took advantage of it. Yeah, so we were lucky. We were really lucky to get to half time and be in the position that we were
to switch things up.
Because if we were behind, it could have been really tough that second half. So fair play, we scraped by that, and we'll have to see what the next week brings. This weekend's upcoming fixtures bring for us.
Absolutely,
it's going to be tricky.
It is.
Talking about teams who put up a fair fight. Well, Aston Villa didn't get the points. Leicester did against Liverpool. God, that was a result I was not expecting.
No, not at all. I mean, we both predicted that it was going to go the opposite way.
Yeah, I mean, I watching Liverpool against Everton. Mm-hmm. They played a lot better. I mean, I don't know about played a lot better now. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but they did play with a bit more front that suggested they would at least get a goal against this Leicester team.
Yeah.
But from what I saw and the stats, it just looked like Liverpool they just looked like they didn't have enough ideas, and every bit that I saw, highlights of the game that I saw, they just didn't know. They didn't know what to do. They had all this possession, but couldn't really penetrate,
do anything, make anything of it.
And so that one goal, that once Leicester got in front, they defended for their lives, and which they deserved to, because they know it's going to be a long season, and they did really well in doing that and kept them out. But I don't think it was difficult to keep Liverpool out, and that's the scary bit. It's a question of, at the beginning of the season, I would have put Leicester and Tottenham down there. Does Liverpool now, is that a bit worrisome? Are we going to think they're going to struggle to pick up points?
I mean, they're the only ones other than London City that haven't at the minute. And obviously London City we've spoken about already, in terms of they're just looking a bit not gelled yet, and there's going to be only time will tell with them. But yeah, I think it's a worry. I think it's a worry for Liverpool. I think they aren't going to play many other teams that are easier.
No,
I get
it.
They've got all of the big ones yet to come.
Yeah.
And other than London City, the people, like you said, we would have said that would have been at the bottom would have been Leicester and Tottenham. So obviously they still have a Tottenham match or 2 Tottenham matches to go. But other than that, everyone else I'm seeing in the league, if they play how they've played for the last 2 games, they're going to struggle.
Yeah. I mean, they have got a new manager, so obviously things are going to take a moment, and we all know, that does take a moment naturally, but it is something to worry about. I don't know, it's something to keep in mind for us when it comes to predicting the fixtures, the score lines anyway. Talking about one of those teams, Tottenham was another one that we said we thought was going to be at the bottom of that. I'm now changing my mind about this Tottenham team. They won their second game of the season. They've got 2 clean sheets of the season as well. They're defending so well. And that game against Everton, I was not expecting them to beat Everton. Well, like I said, it's another one that we both got wrong. I mean, wow.
And again, how did Everton go from beating Liverpool to then losing like they did against Tottenham?
Tottenham played really well. It has to be said. I think Tottenham, the play all over the pitch was impressive. They just fought for every ball. They were aggressive in the right way. They were clinical when they needed to be. I mean, if you score from the halfway line, Tinker scores from the halfway line, you are clinical, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So they were just on it. They were on it, tempo wise, everything. They're shocking for me. It's starting to pull together for that squad.
I mean, they beat us in pre-season.
They did.
And I didn't actually watch that game, but when I looked at the highlights, like at first I thought, is it just a bit fluky? Did something happen? And I think with pre-season, you kind of got to take it with a bit of pinch of salt, because obviously it's not proper season. People have just come back from a big major European competition for a lot of players, holidays. This is it. You kind of got to take it with a pinch of salt, but maybe we should take it a bit more seriously.
Maybe they're definitely going to have my attention a little bit, just because if they carry on picking up points like this at the beginning of the year, they're only going to go from strength to strength.
Oh, of course.
Squad's going to feel like get like they're getting in their groove, and who knows? It's something to watch, but maybe they won't be lingering at the bottom down there. Maybe it is. It's difficult to say because it's the beginning of the season, but maybe they won't be the ones to be worried about that 12th place playoff. So, definitely something to keep in mind. And then finally, should you say Man City, the one game we haven't talked about yet is the Man City comeback against Brighton. Brighton played well. Bunny Shaw, though, got her first goal of the season to steal all 3 points for Man City.
Yeah.
And she's hopefully getting the rust off those boots.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. I think she played better in this game than she did in the game against you guys. I think she did look rusty in that game, and she missed a couple of chances that she would have buried in previous seasons. So I think, maybe the rust is coming off, and we'll see what happens. I don't think Man City are playing as well as I thought they were going to.
Yeah.
Now, I know they haven't had like the easiest start. First game of the season being against you guys is a big game. One that I'm sure they would have wanted to win to kind of prove a point and to get those points from you, because the further you get into the season, the harder that is to do. And then Brighton aren't always the easiest squad to beat. So they haven't had the easiest start to the season. But I was expecting a bit more from them.
Yeah.
I think we haven't seen any crazy big score lines from them. We haven't.
No, I think their attacks, like we said last week, it's quiet. It's not just that. I think they are struggling a little bit. Miedema, Hemp, Bunny Shaw coming back. They haven't got Mary Fowler. They're struggling a little bit. They've got other players, and I think it's going to take a little while. Obviously, I don't think Grace Clinton played in this game, so they're going to have to just wait and see. And they picked up their first 3 points. As long as, and any team will say, I'm sure, if you're picking up the points, you're not playing well, then so what?
Oh yeah,
they just need to ride it.
Yeah,
they just need to ride the bad performances out. But they're definitely not performances that are impressive. But I think the same about Chelsea. We've not kicked on this start. We're not playing great football, but we're picking up the points, and that's all that matters.
And you're getting the goals. So at the end of the day, no one's going to remember that.
Exactly. So it's a long season, as we keep saying, and they're doing okay, but they're nothing to write home about. You're right. They're not someone that I don't think it's going to strike fear in anyone trying to go for the title. You're not going to look at that Man City team and how they're performing at the moment and think, God, they're going to be difficult to beat this year. And that's the problem. They've got a bit of work to do.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, excited for game week 3. There's some tricky games coming up.
There are. So we should probably get into predicting those scorelines. Okay, the tricky part. Let's kick off. I mean, I think I went first last week, but you should probably go this week. The first game of the weekend is going to be on Friday. It's Everton versus London City Lionesses, 2 teams that have lost this past game week. London City Lionesses yet to pick up any points away from home at Goodison Park. What do you reckon?
I mean, I feel like they need to pick up points somewhere. I don't think it's going to be here.
Real, okay.
Now, the only thing I will say is that whilst they have not won a game, they have scored in both games.
They have.
Now, one of them was a penalty.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to stop betting for clean sheets because they're just not coming in for me.
They're not coming in, no.
So I'm going to go 2-1 Everton.
Okay.
I think.
Fair enough.
No, I'm not going to tell you what I was going to go for in case you go for it.
I'm going to go the opposite to you. I'm actually going to go 2-1 City Lionesses.
Yeah,
I think London City Lionesses are going to pick up their first points from this game. I was disappointed with Everton against Tottenham. I think they're there to be beaten if they play that way again. And London City Lionesses, we didn't talk about it in depth, but like that game against Manchester United, that scoreline was deceiving. That first half, Man United, there were moments where their keeper, Fallon Tullis-Joyce, their keeper, Man United's keeper, was just screaming at the back line. Screaming at the back line because
and again, she made some outstanding saves. There was one
believe
like off the post.
She couldn't believe that they were attacking her in this way. And I think if they do that against Everton, they'll score. Like they were doing that against a Man United defence that is very accomplished at keeping teams out and keeping that clean sheet. And they were doing that. So if they can do it to Man United, I think they'll score. It's tough. It could go either way. So I'm not surprised you went for Everton. I'm really not. But I'm going to say they're going to be adamant to get points now.
Yeah.
They cannot lose 3 games coming into this season on the bounce. I know they've played hard teams and Everton's not enough. It's hard. They've played Arsenal. They've played Man United. Now Everton. They have to start showing their teeth a little bit and trying to get some points. So I'm going to put my neck out. I could be very wrong. I've got a bit of a distance ahead of you though, so I could get this one wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 London City Lionesses.
I mean, that is bold. After I said 2-1 Everton, in my head I was thinking, oh, should I have gone for a 1-1 draw?
Oh, could be. Could be.
But I'm going to stick with my 2-1 Everton and we'll
write it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fight to the death.
Okay.
The next game, so the other Friday night game, is Tottenham Man City.
I should go first.
You should go first.
Tottenham played really well against Everton. They were just so hard working. But Manchester City, eventually this attack is going to come good, right? Eventually someone's going to do something.
And they're going to wake up a little bit. And
I'd like to think so for me. Oh, God, Spurs, are they going to ruin it for me, though? I'm going to go 3-1 Manchester City. I'm going to say that attack wakes up. Bunny Shaw's going to start putting them away. But I think Spurs could prove hard work. Actually, I'm saying that now. They've not even conceded yet, Spurs. So maybe this is a big mistake for me. But I'm going to say 3-1 Manchester City and maybe get some bonus points there.
I'm going to say 2-1.
2.
Man City.
Okay.
I agree with you in terms of I think Man City are going to win, but I do think Tottenham will get a goal. But yeah, maybe not as ambitious as 3 goals from Man City.
Fair enough.
So far, I've gone for 2-2-1s.
I'm saying that, you knew there was going to be goals.
I need to mix up a bit. Here we go.
Okay, next game in the Sunday. No Saturday fixtures this weekend. There's Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Aston Villa, who lost, like we said, against Chelsea, but played really well, and a Liverpool team that's struggling.
I'm going to back Aston Villa big.
Big?
Not big.
Oh, right, okay. Just little big.
Little big, medium big. Because, like I said, I rated them. I really, really rated them. Ebony Salmon was on top form. And
Brand down the other side,
yeah. Rachel Daly hit the post.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, she did, yeah.
Then obviously she ran into the post.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there were a couple of moments where it was looking really good for them. I think they play like that against Liverpool. Liverpool are in trouble. Yeah. Big time. So I'm going to do what I said I'm not going to do, but I don't think they're going to score. I'm going to say 3-0.
3-0?
Yeah.
Okay. They're going to get that. Fair enough. I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go a little bit safer, but I can easily see that 3-0 come in. But I'm just worried. I'm worried for Liverpool. They might go against everything we've just said now, but
they could do. Yeah. Maybe their manager's going to shout at them and
got to shout pretty hard. Yeah. I think their whole they've got to find a plan B, and that's the problem. They're just struggling. They're just possession's all good. They get to that final third, there's no idea, and it's not enough. So I think Aston Villa, I think Aston Villa are going to be able to really hurt them either side. So then, they're going to have to pull something out of their hat to get a result here, I think.
Yeah. Next game is Brighton West Ham.
This is a tough one to call. I'm not going to lie. I am struggling. I thought West Ham played okay against you. I really did. They played okay against Arsenal, but they struggled once you got a couple. Their heads it just fell apart. I thought Brighton played well. I've played well for their first few games, but they're struggling to put away stuff. This could easily be a draw.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go a draw though. I think Brighton are gonna nick it. I'm going to go for a 1-0 to Brighton.
That's what I was going to do. So, I'm going to go with your original thought, and I'm going to say it's a draw, and I'm going to go 1-0.
It could very well be.
Because I don't think there's going to be a lot in it. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals because neither team have scored a lot of goals. But they have the potential to score, both of them. So I'm going to go 1-0.
Talking about results, has West Ham won a game yet? It might be the other one down there without a game won.
Who did they play in the first week?
They played...
I remember.
Brighton. No,
they're playing Brighton now.
Who did they play in the first week? Tottenham, and they just beat Tottenham 1-0.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're without points as well. Yeah, that's going to be tough. I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm sticking with my 1-0 there.
Yeah, I'm going 1-0.
Okay. Next game is Chelsea at home to Leicester. Leicester, who they put up a really good fight against Liverpool. Like I said, they just defended so well. They're so happy to be out of possession and defend so well. But Chelsea are going to have enough to put them away, surely.
They are, but it's me first.
Is it?
Yeah, you just went first.
Go ahead.
So I agree. I feel like I've got no bonus points in this round because I've got nothing over 4.
There's bound to be more goals than what we've said so far. So what do you reckon?
Well, I've already gone for a 3-0 Aston Villa Liverpool. Do I think you're going to get 4? It's possible. Are Leicester going to score? Unlikely.
Oh gosh, you're like reading into the ball now. Mystic ball.
Mystic Meg over it. I'm gonna go 4-0 just for the bonus point.
I would have done the same.
It didn't come in for Man United for me last week.
Yeah, fair.
So maybe
I'll go for 3-0. I'm just going to go just below that. I don't think we'll get 5. So
yeah,
let's just go with 3. I think they'll have enough to keep keep Leicester out. Like I say, Hannah Hampton's on fire. As long as we tighten up a little bit, we should have enough to keep this Leicester team out. And they haven't got an Ebony Salmon doing what she did to us. So I don't think we're going to be under it from them, really. So 3-0 for me.
Fab. And the last game.
The big game.
At the strangest time of 2:50.
Yeah, it's a big game. Probably the biggest of the weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
It's Arsenal's first proper test, I'd say. It's Man United versus Arsenal.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
To what? Yeah, because I think, like you said, the first 2 games that we've had of the season haven't been big tests. And yeah, I'm excited. I think Man United played well. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to be. But you get to predict first for this one.
Man United against Arsenal. It's tricky. I'm gonna go with. It's going to be so hard. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. I mean, I could have gone, that could be very wrong, but yeah.
I'm going to go. Who scored? Melvine, Malard, Letitia had a penalty, Ella 2. That was their 4, wasn't it?
Does it matter?
I'm just trying to think of who they've got and the possibilities that might happen. Jess Park scored a goal, yeah.
Banger.
Yeah, Ella 2 scored in the first game, not in the most recent. I'm going to go 3-2, Arsenal.
Oh, wow, okay. Big get, and 5 points possibly for you for bonus.
This is what I'm thinking. If those 2 bonus points come in, you're toast.
Okay, we'll see.
3-2 Arsenal. I think we're away from home. I think it's a big game, but I do think we are better than them.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll be back again next week to see whether any of those bonus points come in for you. And please like, subscribe, follow, share with more WSL fans, and let us know your predictions.
Yeah, play along with us.
Yeah, and we'll see.
And carry on making rogue predictions like me.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see if you can catch up next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
And see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.